Hi everybody, it's more quarantine cooking with Carolyn. Today I'm going to show you how to make the easiest lasagna you've ever made in your life. Oh my gosh, it only requires 3 ingredients. Although I have 4 ingredients out here because I made a mistake at the grocery store, so I'll tell you about that in a minute. So first thing you need is some cheese ravioli, the frozen cheese ravioli. Okay. Then your favorite jar spaghetti sauce and some mozzarella cheese. And I also have ricotta cheese out here because when I went to the store, rather than buying cheese ravioli, I discovered when I got home that I bought the beef. So I'm gonna take the extra step of putting the ricotta cheese in. But when you're making this, you don't have to do this if you buy the proper ingredients, unlike me. So the first thing you're going to do, of course, is you're going to want to spray your dish. Now this is just a 1-quart dish. And the beauty of this meal is that you can make this for 1 person or you can make this for 8 people. It's just a matter of the size of the dish and the number of ingredients you have. It's really very, very simple. So the first thing, like I said, you're going to spray it with a little canola spray, and you're going to put just a little bit of sauce on the bottom of the pan. Okay. And just going to spread that around just a little bit. And then you're going to take your cheese ravioli and you're going to lay those on the bottom of the dish, just like so. Okay. And then guess what? More sauce. And here's where I'm going to add the ricotta cheese. Now, I've used here about a half of a container of ricotta cheese, and that's about, I think they're 15 ounces. And I've added a little tiny bit of milk into it just to thin it out. A lot of people think they don't like ricotta cheese because it can be very dense, especially in a lasagna. So I add milk to it. It's what my mother did. And a lot of recipes will call for egg, but I don't like that as much. I prefer this. I prefer the milk. So, and then add a little layer of cheese. And some people believe in tons and tons of cheese in the layers. You can do it however you want, but I like to go sparingly and do more layers. All right. So now again, this, as I said earlier, this dish is very versatile in that you can, if you wanted to, you could add some cooked ground beef to this. And you could add, if you wanted, some cooked sausage. And as you can see, I'm just layering up all the way up to the top of the pan. So cooked sausage, if you want to watch the fat. And when I was a much younger woman, I used to say, well, you don't eat lasagna to watch fat. But nowadays I'm older and I know better. So you could also use the Italian ground turkey sausage if you wanted to. You could also use the impossible meat, which is the meat substitute, if you wanted to in this. Something else you could add, if you want to keep it vegetarian, you could add some spinach into here as well. And that would be just delicious. And the way to do that would be to get a package of frozen spinach and let it thaw. And then as it's after it thaws, you're going to want to squeeze it dry and get most of the moisture out, as much of it as you can, certainly. And then you can layer that in there with the cheeses. So there you go. As you can see, this is coming together literally in real time here. You can see what I'm doing. And this is so, so easy Doesn't matter if that overlaps a little bit. And I think I forgot the mozzarella in that last layer, so oh well, no big deal. It's not rocket science, folks, you know. So here's the top layer, and I think I got about 3 layers of ravioli in there. And I'm going to top it with a little more cheese, a little more mozzarella cheese. You could also add some Parmesan to this, would be really good. You could also use a cheese blend, so like an Italian cheese blend that has the mozzarella and the provolone and all that in there, if you wanted to. Now, what you're going to do with this is it. That's all there is to it, hands-on. You're going to cover this with a little bit of aluminum foil. You're going to put it in a 400-degree oven for 30 minutes. And then after 30 minutes, you're going to pull it out. You're going to take the foil off and cook it for another 15 minutes until it's hot and bubbly and a little bit brown maybe around the edges, okay? Okay, so it has been 45 minutes since our lasagna went in the oven. It was in there for 30 minutes with the aluminum foil on, and then another 15 with the aluminum foil off. Now, something else I wanted to let you know, because this is a handy tip. This same recipe can be done in the crock pot as well. And you would do it exactly the same way as we did it for the oven. You're going to put your liner in your crock pot, and you're going to layer all the ingredients, and you're going to turn it on low for about 4 hours or high for about 2 hours. And I say about because different crock pots cook differently. So just keep an eye on your cooking, and when it's done, you'll know because it's hot and bubbly, especially the first time you make a recipe. So that being said, let's take our lasagna out of the oven. And you can see, oh, it looks so yummy. There we go. And you can see that it's all hot and bubbly. And that was about the easiest lasagna I have ever made myself. So, you know, guys, give this a try, and I know you've got this.